Hi everyone, welcome to our Thursday tip episode of the Design Dialogues podcast. These episodes are short little bits of knowledge where I share my knowledge and experience from my years as an interior designer and general manager. And today we're diving into one of the most common struggles I hear from interior designers. And that is the operational challenges, the day-to-day running of their studios. From juggling project deadlines to managing client expectations and team dynamics. Inefficiency can really hurt your studio, both financially and emotionally. But the good news is that with the right tools and strategies and processes, you can streamline your processes and create a more productive and profitable business. So whether you're a solo designer or leading a team, stick around for the next 10 minutes and I'm going to share some practical steps and tools and some quick wins that you can implement today. So let's start with why this matters. Inefficiency in a design studio doesn't just waste time, it wastes money. Think about it. When your team, or even just you as the business owner, is stuck in a cycle of chasing down information, repeating tasks, or dealing with poor communication, it eats into the time you could be spending designing or building clients' relationships. And here's the kicker. Inefficiencies compound. A missed deadline or a poorly tracked budget can result in dissatisfied clients, rushed projects, and will eventually lead to you really not liking what you're doing. The financial impact is also significant. For example, not tracking time accurately might mean you're undercharging clients. Or if your team doesn't have clear processes, you could be spending hours fixing mistakes or miscommunications that shouldn't have happened in the first place. The bottom line, the cost of inefficiency isn't just lost time. It's lost revenue, lost opportunities, and it's just going to leave you feeling really drained. That's why streamlining is not a luxury, it's an essential. So this all sounds great, but how do you actually do this? So let's talk about some solutions. Here are some tools and strategies I've seen make a real difference for interior designers. So the first is actually thinking about what you are using in your studio to help you do this. For most people these days, it's about investing in software. Obviously, I have more time to design, bit of a shameless plug here, but there are lots of different software platforms that will help you with your studio and run it more efficiently. More time to design and, other platforms as well will help you centralize communication, task assignments, and timelines in one place. Managing projects through a combination of email threads, sticky post-it notes, and spreadsheets is really not the most efficient way to be doing things these days. The thing with software, though, it doesn't have to be complicated, but you do have to give it the time to learn it. There is no point taking on a new software if you are not going to invest the time in learning it. The second thing is about creating your systems and processes. So creating a standard operating procedure, which is a step-by-step guide for how things get done in your studio. Now, this can seem like the most monumental task if you are starting from scratch, but it is something that you would give yourself 12 months to complete, and just one process at a time. Every time you do it, just think about it, jot it down, record it, whatever way you want to do it. And over time, you will build that standard operating procedure. And you will have a much better design studio if you have that SOP in place. Time tracking and resource allocation. One of the most overlooked tools is simply time tracking. Now, in your studio management software, like More Time to Design, ideally you have that time tracking integrated into it. But if you don't have that, just simply having pen and paper and jotting down what you are working on when is crucial. Knowing how long tasks actually takes helps you set realistic deadlines and also make sure you are charging correctly. For solo designers, this insight is invaluable, and for teams, it is even more so, because the effects of not tracking your time and understanding how long things take when you move from a solo designer to a team, it just compounds. One of the best tools that successful studios use is having regular team check-ins. Now, this might mean different things for different studios, but regular having regular work in process meetings at both the studio level and then down to the project level is so important. They don't have to be long. Definitely set an agenda for every meeting, but it just means that you are on top of everything and things will not get missed. These tools and strategies aren't about adding more to your plate. They're about creating systems and processes that reduce the chaos. So, let's wrap up with a few quick wins you can implement today to see immediate results. The first one, declutter your workflows. Look at one area of your business that feels messy. Usually it'll be something that you procrastinate about doing. Maybe it's your inbox, project files, or client onboarding. Spend an hour streamlining it. Now, you might not be able to completely solve all the issues around it in 1 hour, but just spend an hour looking at it, working on it, and setting some tasks around it that you know are going to improve it. Track your time for just 1 week. Even if you've never done this before, tracking your time for just 1 week can reveal a lot about what inefficiencies you have in your studio. Don't overcomplicate it. Just put it down on paper if you need to, but it really will be an eye opener for you if you've never done it before. Set clear boundaries with clients. So often, inefficiencies come from scope creep or unclear expectations. Take 10 minutes to review your current projects and make sure everyone, your team and your clients, are aligned on deliverables and timelines for what they should be doing in the next week. The next one is something that I think you could set to do one a week. Automate a task. Now, automation is the best thing that you can do. Whether it's scheduling social media posts, sending invoices, or following up with clients, find one repetitive task that you do and automate it. And then find another one next week and automate that. By the end of the year, you'll have about 50 automated tasks. Remember, with all of this, and particularly with systems and processes, small steps add up. Do not feel like you need to overhaul everything at once. Just pick one thing and start there. Streamlining your studio operations isn't just about saving time. It's about creating a more profitable, sustainable business that allows you to focus on what you love, designing. I hope today's episode has given you some practical tips and a bit of inspiration to take action. If you would like some help with your systems and processes, please head over to my website and book in a health check. These are the best ways that I can help you and make sure that your studio is running smoothly and that you are feeling in control. There is also our resource stock room where you will find short courses and free resources, which we are adding to all the time. And of course, there's our course, The Process, which takes you through step by step what you should be doing to take an inquiry through to a signed contract. And of course, there's the software. Can't forget that. Thanks for tuning in to the Design Dialogues podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and follow so you never miss an episode. And if you found today's tip helpful, I'd love if you could leave a review. Until next time, here's to building a studio that works for you, not the other way around. See you next week.